Hey, g'day guys! How you going? It's Justin Allen here with my Good Advice channel. Here to give you good advice for a better future. Right, what I'm talking about today is, it's the last day of the year, and I'd like to give some Uber drivers out there who plan on working and not drinking tonight some tips, as I've worked the last few New Years, so I know what it's like. So here's some tips working New Year's Eve. Right, so I find, like with Uber, you got to remind yourself that you get paid per kilometre. Forget when you're not moving and you're just getting that low rate of 35 cents per minute. That's a waste of time. That's just bonus money. You're really getting paid per kilometre. So the best area to work in is somewhere that's easy to get around. So if you were to work in the city and you're going to get paid per kilometre, say 40 zones, stop starting, heaps of traffic, you're going to be on the lowest rate possible. Even if you get a big fare or get consistent work, there's no way you're going to make any money, even if you're in a massive surge. So I'd recommend staying clear of the city and work in the outer suburbs. And if you have to, like, sometimes you can't help it, but you get sent to the city, just get out of there if you can. Set the destination, jump on the Eastern Freeway, or just jump on a freeway somewhere out of there. You're not going to make any money. So one tip would be to on New Year's Eve, once it hits the fireworks in the city, as soon as it hits about 20 past in the city, every, like, say 100,000 cars are just going to be, on the road and just be all congested as hell. So I'd recommend staying away from the city around midnight and don't go back there until it all clears up, till probably at least 2 o'clock if you have to. But I plan on working in the outer suburbs tonight, because a couple of years ago it was just cactus and I was getting surges and I couldn't pick them up, and it was all just gridlock. You couldn't move. You could literally crawl faster than you could walk. You couldn't pick up people. It was just in a massive jam. So it puts me off ever working in the city again. So keep that in mind, to stay clear of the city. About 20 past 12, everyone's leaving the Crown car parks and all the car parks. Everyone's watched the fireworks and then they're going home. They've had their day out and they're going home, and you're going to get caught up in it. So it's a very good thing to remember, and realize, like, one way you can catch the surges is, like, everyone should probably know this, has been driving for Uber for a while, is just to watch where the surges are and try not to accept the ride until you get a surge. And just every time you do a trip, turn it off, push the red button, and then check where the surge is and try and get a surge. It just helps. If you can get a few surges over the night, it does help boost your pay a lot. Because I have got one surge before on one of my YouTube clips. It was a $180 fare and I got $130 after Uber's cut. So it's well worth it. If you can get a surge on a long trip, you can make really good money. You can speed up getting a good amount of money much faster. So keep that in mind, that, like, also, like, you got to realize, like, on New Year's it's going to be busy everywhere. There's going to be surges everywhere. It's going to be busy everywhere. So stay in the, like, areas that are easy to get around. Plenty of 80 zones, plenty of freeways. They're the ones that you can get around quickly. Like, I find, like, the northern suburbs are normally pretty slow to get around, and you got to go on the toll a lot and spend toll money, and, like, all Brunswick and all that area, it's very slow to get around. So I recommend, like, I like working in the east side, over that way, or somewhere way northeast, somewhere miles away from the city. I find it's much better to get around, much quicker to get around. You've got to remember, your pay is determined by your speedo. If your speedo is going slow, you're going to be getting paid slow. And also you got to look at the ratio of your GPS. If you're getting good ratio, you're going to get good money. If you're driving, say, a 12k fare and it's going to take about 14 minutes, it's going to be a good fare. But if you're doing a 12k trip and it's going to be a half an hour, obviously, you know, you're getting an extra payment, but it's not really worth it, because you could have done that job and then gone and picked up somebody else. So it's much better. You've got to remind yourself, your speedo determines how much you're getting paid. So I'd like to say Happy New Year, and good luck out there, and have a good night. All right, bye.